Hello everybody and welcome back to more political chatter. In this video we will be talking about West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin and how he has just said that he will not run for re-election in 2024, really shaking up, in my opinion, not so much the Senate elections in 2024, but more so the presidential election. So Joe Manchin is a Democratic senator from West Virginia, I know, a state that voted for Trump by how many points? 45 or something? Probably something like that. I mean, West Virginia is an extremely Republican state. But despite that, Joe Manchin was able to win re-election in the Senate in 2018 by a narrow margin. But, that was during the Trump presidency. We had blue waves. There was a blue wave across the nation. But most importantly, his opponent was terrible. His opponent was an awful candidate, the Republican. But this time around, we have the governor of West Virginia, the extremely popular governor, Jim Justice, instead running against Joe Manchin. He is sure to win the primary for Senate there. So Manchin definitely knew that he had an uphill battle in that West Virginia Senate race. All polling had him like 20 points behind, and it just wasn't looking good for Joe Manchin, and he knew that he wouldn't run. So looking at the 2024 Senate elections, it really doesn't complicate things all that much because West Virginia was still definitely considered a very likely Republican state. Like, we knew that Republicans would flip this Senate seat. So, assuming Republicans win, Ted Cruz and Rick Scott both win re-election in Florida and Texas, and that Jackie Rosen, Ruben Gallego, Tammy Baldwin, Alyssa Slotkin / Hill Harper, and Bob Casey all win their elections. Polling is indicating right now that they will, and really just political experts are really saying that they will. And I do think that Sherrod Brown pulls out a narrow victory. I'm torn on Montana, but regardless, in West Virginia, that's an immediate flip. Like, this one will not even need to be the votes won't even need to be counted for that long. Okay, I mean, Joe Manchin is going to, Jim Justice is going to win very quickly into election night. So it's not really a competitive one at all. It's not one that we will need to keep our eye on, as, like if Joe Manchin was in this race. But with him out, it's definitely an easy flip. I mean, who are the Democrats going to put up? Paula Jean Swearengin, again, for like the second time since 2020. I don't know. So that's an easy flip. And that's already 50 seats for the Republicans. So looking at these Senate elections, it's not looking good for Democrats because, just assuming Ted Cruz and Rick Scott hold on and that, they will flip that West Virginia Senate seat. That's confirmed. But good thing Democrats have 51 Senate seats because at least they could tie it. With John Tester winning in Montana, they would have to count on winning the presidency, though, with that vice president casting the tie-breaking vote. But this video is more so about the fact that Joe Manchin could be a No Labels Party nominee for president in 2024. Do I have it up here? I don't think so. But if you don't know, No Labels is a political organization that was founded in 2012 that's very anti-two-party system. A lot of people have problems with it. A lot of people say it's all about the money on the insides of this party. But still, they have a lot of money, that's for certain. But with that money, they could definitely shake up this race. And Joe Manchin announcing that he will not run for re-election opens that door wide open. Now, Joe Manchin has been hinting towards this no labels run for months now. In July, he held a town hall with the No Labels organization when he was a Democrat, like he is now. When he was a senator, like he is now. So he is in talks with No Labels. That has been confirmed. He has said that or something, whatever. So Joe Manchin now not running for re-election is a gigantic step towards running with no labels. If he was running for re-election, then he wouldn't be running for president from no labels. But him not running, that's big, because that means that he is serious about this no labels presidential run, and he might actually do it. Now that would shake up the race even more. This election is so insane as it is because of third parties. Third parties are dominating this election. We have our major third party candidates. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is polling at like 20% usually in trustworthy polls. Cornel West is polling at like 3, 4, 5% in trustworthy polls. Look at that. People's Party, Green Party, Independent. But anyway, so Joe Manchin entering this race with already 4, after Trump and Biden are nominated by their respective parties, then that would be 5 major candidates with Joe Manchin in, because looking at his polling, we haven't had many polls with Joe Manchin in. We actually haven't had one since September, late September, which had him at 6%. This YouGov poll, when No Labels start spending money, even for this 6%, No Labels start spending money on an actual presidential campaign, then it's going to be a lot more than 6%, definitely 2%. This poll had him at 10%, 7%, 5%. And in these American elections, where lately it has just been so close, this 6%, this 10%, this 7%, this 5%, this 9%, this 12%, back in May, will just have such an enormous effect on Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Definitely something that we will keep our eye on. And then, once we get Manchin in the race, then we're, approaching a third of all votes going to third parties, which would, it's absolutely insane. Jill Stein announced her candidacy today with the Green Party. There was just going to be so much third party vote in this next election, and it deserves its own video, and I might make its own video about just how insane this election is. But Joe Manchin getting in the race changes things up even more. That would have consequential effects. I believe that it probably hurts Joe Biden more, because I think that, saying that Joe Manchin is a Democrat, I think that he pulls from senior citizens who are kind of unhappy with his political system, don't like Kennedy because what they read makes them think he's crazy, don't like Cornel West because he's too far left, not voting Green or Libertarian, and they're unhappy with the Democrats and Republicans, that Biden-Trump matchup. They don't want that. So I think that a lot of senior citizens, that's the base, fall into that Joe Manchin target column. And that would pull from Biden more, because he did win senior citizens by a large margin in 2020. They usually vote Democratic. So thank you all for watching this video. I'll update you. I believe he said he'll decide in December or late 2023. So not too far away. So again, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.